I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Hey, 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 ho. Hey, 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 ho. Hey, 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 yeah, hey, hey, ho. Hey, 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 ho. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Hey, 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 yeah, hey, hey, ho. Hey, 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 ho. Hey, 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 yeah, hey, hey, ho. Hey, 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 oh. Mother, I feel you in the middle of the song. Eternal waters flowing on and on. Mother, I feel you in the middle of the song. Eternal waters flowing on and on. Hey, 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 yeah, hey, hey, ho. Hey, 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 ho. Hey, 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 ho. Hey, 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 ho. Spirit's gonna take us higher. Father, I see you when the eagle flies. Light of the Spirit's gonna take us higher. Hey, 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 yeah, hey, hey, ho. Hey, 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 ho. Hey, 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 yeah, hey, hey, ho. Hey, 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 ho. Oh, oh, Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Hey, 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 ho. Hey, 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 ho. Hey, 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 ho. Hey, 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 ho. Where I feel in the river song, eternal waters flowing on and on. Where I hear you in the river song, eternal waters flowing on and on. Hey, 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 yeah, hey, hey, ho. Hey, 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 ho. Hey, 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 ho. Hey, 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 ho. Father, I see you when the eagle flies. Light of the Spirit's gonna take us higher. Father, I see you when the eagle flies. Light of the Spirit's gonna take us higher. Hey, 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 yeah, hey, hey, ho. Hey, 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 ho. Hey, 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 ho. Hey, 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 ho. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I feel your heartbeat. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Oh, wow, there's people here. YouTube and the writers of this song. Please don't get me for this one. It's a really beautiful song. I put the thing down there where it came from. If y'all like it, check out the real song. Oh, man, I think I got food on myself. It might be Cookie. Hey, what's up there? Show me Sasquatch. How you doing, bro? By the way, I take it that that thing didn't go into chipmunk voice, or somebody would have done said, "Hey, man, that sounds weird." Sometimes this microphone does weird stuff, man. It goes in this crazy chipmunk voice. But anyways, I'll do an actual proper live feed where I can talk to people at another time. I don't know. I just felt like taking a walk in the woods today. Made my nature connection. And then came back and sang you a song of the nature connection. So, peace and love. Have a great day to anybody who watches this. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. It was just like out of nowhere thing. I was just feeling it. So, yeah, might as well. Yeah, man. You know how that is, man. You get out there in nature. I got the rabbits that I was going to feed back there and do some other stuff. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a short walk, go up in the woods, get that nice feeling connection to nature. What you connect with nature, you're connecting with spirit, you're connecting with everything, you know, everything and everybody, clearing the junk out of you. You know, it's awesome. You know, just go in there, ground, and just let it all go. Oh, and maybe hold on. Whoa. Drop that down a little. Yeah, actually, I will. I've got a bunch of video and different pics, and I got pictures where I'm out foraging for different things, mushrooms and whatnot. Turkey tail. Yeah, it's kind of funky looking, but yeah, learning the different things, different plants, you know, all that kind of stuff. Maybe if I wander around long enough, hey, maybe I'll see Sasquatch too. You never know, man. There's a lot of forest back there. You could easily hide in that stuff. So, but yeah, I got some video and different pictures of things and whatnot. I'll put on there. I need to go back to that one spot. There was like a dry waterfall area, and then there's some gorge over there I need to go check out. Put that stuff on video or take pictures of. It'd be pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, stuff's kind of a little bit leathery. So, yeah, I know when I was in West Virginia, I had a friend that was going to teach me, let's see, he had chanterelles, and man, I just come up with the name the other day. God dang it, another really popular one. That they use in like really good foods and stuff. I think it's like a brownish color. Man, I know the name of it too, because my friend went looking for them every year in the springtime. They always come up in the spring. I'm not sure if they grow down here or not. I have to look into it. No, that ain't it. But Lion's Mane is I had a 7 blend that I was taking a while back, and it had the lion's mane. Lion's mane really good for like nerve helping the nervous system. There's a word I was looking for, but didn't get it out. Anyways, Paul Stamos. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's the one. I get a lot of that information from. Hey, how you doing, Ox? I just come on here to, I guess you would call it sing part of a song. Then I was gonna go out there and take care of a few things, and then come back in here maybe later and do an actual live feed. And I ain't been really doing many. Has some issues over the last couple of days. Might have to go hospital or something. Have some stuff looked at. Got me kind of bugged out and in a not a great mood yesterday. Walking around in a lot of pain. So I'm not going to get into complete details right here on it. You know, I've got insurance. I don't trust the system anymore. Had me on 14 pills years ago, and I moved from where I was at and went somewhere else and started changing around my life to get off all the meds. So I really don't like the idea of going to a hospital, especially when it's like, hey, yeah, I know what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to start cutting stuff. It's like, I don't know. It just sounds barbaric to me. I feel like I came from the future, like devolved, came down here, and I'm on some strange planet where people do stuff that makes no sense to me. It's like lie, cheat, steal, what? Cutting people open. What is this, the Dark Ages down here? You people kidding me? I swear I feel that way sometimes, man. It's like, I don't know what happened. You know? Maybe I did do that whole incarnation thing, and maybe it's like E.T. Maybe I'm an alien, and my buddies, we all came down here, and we were looking for stuff. I bumped my head on a tree. They took off and left me, and I forgot about the whole incident. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Hey, you never know. Oh, man. Hey, you know what I just realized? You guys are good friends and make good moderators. Neither one of you guys are moderators on my channel. You two want to be moderators, man? Ox, show me. I asked that before I do it because I don't want to like put somebody as a moderator that don't want to be. But if you want to be, just say yay, and I'll click it right here. Well, as a matter of fact, show me you got me as the one on yours, so I'm pretty sure you would take that. Yeah, okay, that's easy. And just go to the three dots, add moderator. Bam. Show me Sasquatch. You are now a moderator. Well, heck yeah, Ox. Yeah, I do. You're a really good moderator and a good guy. You both are. You know? So there we go. But you know how it is. You only get wrenches here, you know. If you're up to me, I'd open up a toolbox. You could have a hammer, screwdriver, flamethrower, grenade launcher, whatever. I think it's kind of silly. What's the big thing of a moderator? Well, we're watching out for trolls. With a wrench? What's a wrench do? Give me a flamethrower. A wrench. A wrench is only good if there was like something wrong with the channel and we had to go in there and do it. But we can't. When YouTube goes goofy, the robots don't help us. So we can't go in there with the wrenches and fix it. So we're like troll patrol. Yeah, troll patrol. So yeah, we need flamethrowers and maybe big hammers or an axe or something. If you can dodge a wrench. Hey, yeah, that was in that movie, wasn't it? If you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball. I never did. I don't think I've seen that movie, but I've seen like, you know, outtake commercials, whatever. But I remember hearing that. I was like, whoa. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Hey, there you go. Cool. I have two really cool people and friends that are now moderators. Yeah, man. Oh, dude, I need to shave. Holy crap. Get tired of that. Almost wish I could just like have a little We'll pad back here and go, okay, for the next 6 months, no facial hair. Type it in. Stop growing. Oh, man. We're a lost tribe. Huh. Yeah, I might have to watch that sometime. There's sometimes, especially right now, where stuff's getting really serious and well, it shouldn't be getting. People get weirded out anymore. I swear, it's like, let me let you all in on a secret. So far, we have not voted in a president that's ended the whole world, and you have 3 branches of government. So, you know, president doesn't do it all. And not to mention, if things get too screwy, well, people in this country seem to be fed up with stuff. So I don't think things are going to go too far. Instead of fighting with each other and arguing about stuff, this is what people need to do. Pick up signs on voting day instead of going down there worrying about all that. Go up to your government buildings, you know, go up there and start complaining and stuff. Say, first off, give us our doggone freaking stimulus money, because there's a lot of people starving out there. And once you send us our checks, then we'll come back and we'll send you the rest of our demands. And if you don't meet them, you can get the hell out of there. Because people don't realize the government's, at least in this country, the government is not supposed to run the country. They're like the post office. They're civil servants. They work for you. But they keep forgetting that. And, well, they don't keep forgetting it. They know. They just tell everybody different. And people's like, oh, yeah, the government runs it. The government don't run nothing. Or they're not supposed to anyways. They're civil servants. It's just a lot of them happen to have big bank accounts and leather chairs, which makes no sense. You know, you don't see postal workers having all that stuff. You know, that's the same thing, civil servant. So, you know. Hey, Project Skyfalls. How you doing? This just an out of nowhere thing of me singing some song at the beginning. I really didn't mean to turn it into a whole actual live feed thing, but I'm glad people are showing up. You know. It's rebel lost. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, good song. Rebel with a cause. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know about that whole rebel type of thing. Yeah. Did that one as what, like 15 or 16? And then of course we have that one. Sorry, hide my nipples. Probably should watch that and get enough shit on YouTube sometime. I don't do anything wrong on YouTube, but I swear I think they're like robots. They're going, hey man, he's saying cool stuff. He's trying to unite people. He's giving some truth. Mess with them, you know. So I don't need them thinking I'm some kind of crazy anarchist. I am not a crazy anarchist, but I don't believe in the government either. If that makes any sense to you. I believe in peace, love, and unity through the great spirit, God, the great I am presence, the one, however you like to put that, you know. So that's my whole thing with it. Hey, Love Ball, ain't seen you in a while. Making videos. Dinosaur. I was trying to figure out what that said. Okay, a dinosaur in today's world. I see what you're saying. Yeah. I'm like, dino sauce? I don't get that. Every day, show me. Every day. Always trying, and my mind's always going, you know, wanting to do videos of different things, make people happy. That's why I worked so hard that one day. I was like, I'm going to get up to 300. And then y'all helped me get to 300. And I was like, man, if I hit 333, then I'll turn around and I got like stuff to make, I don't know, jewelry crafts things with. I was like, I'll make something custom for somebody and give it away. And then the next day I woke up, I had 301 when I went to bed after I left the Nez Lover Fun with Dark Lights not live stream. It's 3:01. I went to bed. I woke up the next day and it was like 286. Then I did a video complaining to YouTube, called YouTube out on it, and then my stuff went down to 281 by the next day. So then, hold on, a tick. Hold on, guys. I was out in the woods earlier. I guess a tick got on me. And I lost more freaking viewers. So then I turned around and pulled the video, but I did download and keep it. You know, so in the future, things get too stupid, I'll re-release it. Yeah, man, crazy. Sorry, even though I don't like the whole thing of being very hairy, having hairy arms and legs, you can usually feel the ticks when they're crawling through your hair, so it makes it easy to find them. But then again, at the same time, I think being hairy like a Sasquatch sometimes attracts more bugs. I don't know. I ain't never met Sasquatch to ask him if that's actually plausible or not. Makes sense to me, though. Anyways. Hey! How you doing, Marissa? Cookies? Man, my friend bought some cookie dough. We've been eating cookies for a couple of days. The worst addiction ever in the whole world that I think I've had, sugar. Cookie. Man, my ex-wife, her mom had a chocolate chip cookie recipe that was really awesome. And then my ex-wife added something to it. And then my daughter got the recipe from all other cookies. I mean, a lot of them taste good, but when you have a recipe you really like, it's like, nah, this one's the best in the world. Ooh, pecan sandies. That sounds good. You gained 50 subs. See, my friends gaining stuff too, you know? I don't understand it, man. And it's really, really weird. When I started going back to church, she said, she said, I've never seen anything like it, you know? A person to be saved like that and then be attacked like you are. She said, it's like you have a big target on your back for the devil, which I don't exactly go by all that, but I understand the whole thing with it. You know, I guess maybe there's some energies or forces out there that don't like it when you're doing good. I don't know. I look at it this way. I'm tuned into what we call God. There's nothing more powerful than that. So do anything that thinks that it can mess with me or anybody or whatever, blah, blah, blah. You can't. Can't touch this. Do you want me to dance? That looked more like I was getting ready to throw down. Do some karate. And sometimes just got to be a little bit silly on camera to make people laugh, you know? I've had 3 videos gone lately. Man, pecan sandies. They had those in a long time. MP Bake for Mo Bake. I think that one confused me. Huh. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Can't get that out of my head. I really dig it. There's another song on here that I really like too. As I see that comment down there. Hairless squatch here, only on head. Oh, y'all are fun, I swear. Yeah, there's been some you're getting some good catches there, Project Skyfalls. Seen a few of your sky pics. I like your description. Yeah, it was your description the other day on the Halloween thing. Tell you what, that moon was pretty bright last night. I went out and kind of gained that before I went to bed. Just trying to do some stuff with clay, learning the polymer clay stuff. It's funny because I don't know. I had it in my head. Oh, I'm not that great with art stuff. And I was looking at something and trying to make it, you know, on the computer. And then somebody had moved the computer and did something. So then I had to go out of my own head. And I started surprising myself, man. I'm like sitting there molding it. And I'm like, well, that looks like what I'm trying to make. And I know I'm not saying what I'm trying to make, but that's because Nez Lover here, it's part of your thing. So I don't want to give it all away. It's got to be partially a surprise. Especially, too, because if I say it and then it doesn't work out. But it seems to be working out. So, but yeah. Yeah, man, I tell you what, though, that clay thing is good. Like, if you're a nervy person, it gives your hands something to do. And it's almost like the ASMR stuff, you know. It's like just chills you out, you know, doing that. So you can just sit there and roll around and play with it, not even really make anything, and it helps chill you out. My friend actually said, you know, if some people carry stress balls, she would carry a thing of clay with her when she go places. And when she get that way, she just start messing with the clay. I was like, hey, man, that's better than a stress ball, you know? So there's an interesting idea. Yeah, hey, hey, oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, me and, well, I don't know. I usually, people know your name. I ain't going to say it right now unless you say it's cool. But anyways, yeah, Nez Lover channel there. We're doing an art project thing. We're sending stuff back and forth to each other, which is a really cool idea she came up with to help give me the kick in the butt I needed to, you know, start doing this stuff instead of going, well, I don't know. Might not look that good. Might look like a third grader did it. Nobody will want it. I don't know why sometimes I still do that stuff to myself. Pretty confident with a lot of things, but I guess there's still that little kid part of me, you know, that's like with certain things, like with singing. You know, I'd play in front of people, but singing in front of people was something that I used to do when I was drunk. Now just like, I don't know, man. I don't want nobody to make fun of me. I guess the same thing happened with the art. Come out and say, well, I don't know, you know. Nobody sits around trying to make funny. So it's weird that the mind gets programmed with stuff sometimes, you know. You have an issue, it gets programmed in there, and sometimes you don't realize it. But if you do realize it, that's the great thing, because you can just go, oh, that's some past programming. We're all cool. Things ain't that way. You know, you can chill out. You know, and I found through Facebook and a lot of things that everybody does their art, you know, and even if it's not really professional looking, nobody usually worries about it, you know, and intention in it. So yeah, man, if you're interested in anything like that, don't think like I did, you know, just do it. You know, you want to show it to people, show it to people. If not, you can do it just to make yourself happy. But trust me, your friends aren't going to be sitting there going, well, you know, I could go through this site and buy one. No. People want the stuff the friends are making. I see it all the time, man. I've seen people put stuff up there and just auction it, you know, and they've just started making stuff, you know, and they get a lot of support from the friends. So yeah, never feel like, I'm not good enough at that. Nah, man, be the authentic you, you know. It's just like with music. Still to this day, after 30 some years of playing, I should know way more as far as scale patterns and how to put together this music, you know. But currently I'm having to learn a lot of this stuff. But the point of this is I never gave up. You know, when I first grabbed a bass guitar, you know, electric guitar, any of that stuff, I wasn't one of them people that's like, yeah, man, I can naturally do this. I'm just, nah, man. When I picked it up and my friend's like, I said, hey, man, give me a cord so I can plug this in. He's like, you sure you want to plug that in? I'm like, well, yeah, I want to hear it. He's like, I'm telling you, man, if you plug it in, you can hear every mistake you make. Trust me. I'm like, yeah, plug it in, turn it up full blast, you know. It was electric guitar. I didn't even know how to palm it, you know. Oh, my God, it was just noise. Tried the same thing with the bass, and it was like, maybe we ought to turn it down until I figure out how to control this thing better. Especially with the bass. The 5-string bass is real bad. Everything's rattling around. So, you know, you might be playing, you know, just one string, but all these fingers look like you're chording, and they're not. You're just keeping them strings from rattling, you know, especially when you throw that top string on there, you know, that's a low B, and you're hitting strings below. Sometimes that one will rattle, you know. So you're trying to keep control of it there and down here, you know. Like a lot of people when they play bass, they put their finger up here. Well, my finger will move down as I'm going down the strings, and that's all to control overtones, so stuff ain't rattling around. You know, just like with anything, you love it, you just keep trying hard enough, and you're really passionate about it, you'll get there. You'll get there. Found really old death in the woods. Lots of blue bottles and green. Hey, Earth Dog, ain't seen you in a while. Bracelet woman. I know who you are, Earth Dog. Oh, you telling me to send a new address? The size of blue bottle too. Oh, okay. So you want my address and me to get my friend's wrist size? You can do that. It's funny you guys talking about these blue bottles. I'm on the blue bottle bunny farm, which reminds me, I've got to go feed the bunnies. Something happened the other night, and all the cages ended up down on the ground, and one of them's missing. I know we had really bad winds, but we also had this stray malnutrition dog I caught out there one day. I didn't see no signs of any struggles or anything, so I'm still not sure what happened to that bunny, but trying to keep an eye on things. Oh yeah, oh man, I wish I had them in here. Hey, if y'all give me 1 second, I can go grab a couple. I could show you a couple of things that Earth Dog made, sent to me. Just give me 1 second. All right, y'all, I'm back. Now, I can't say exactly what she's planning on making, but this is just examples. Look how tightly woven all that is and how together all that is. And you got your, it's a slide knot system. You take the crystal end, put on your wrist, slide the crystal through, you pull the knot. There you go. And this one, that one I like to keep on me as much as possible. That's magnets. You see, it's got 2 different colors woven into it. Yeah, it's probably not the greatest picture. I got this one with the blue ones. Oh, excuse me. Actually, those actually look like real crystals. Not sure. Yeah, same kind of thing. I got a necklace thing in there, and I've got a couple. Actually, I got quite a few of these. But man, very, very, very good work. Easily sellable stuff, man, for sure. Matter of fact, I got to start writing stuff down. I need to send you something too, Earth Dog, as I'm starting to make stuff. Send you something. There's a bunch of people I'd like to send stuff to. Yeah, that's it, lapis. Yeah, the cool thing. Well, I think that's because you'd seen too that like I have a regular lapis, like round crystals, so it matches with that, you know. And I like where this is that color. It matches with the magnets. So I don't know, man. It's all really cool. But that's neat because a lot of people keep, you know, when they start talking to me about crystals and stuff, lapis always comes up. Yeah, and there's a blues, man, the blues. Look, my mouse. It's blue. My lighter, it's blue. My underwear? No, I'm just kidding. They're camouflaged. Maybe I'm just joking with you. Maybe I'm not. I had to do that. Sometimes you just got to like boggle the mind a little bit. Like, whoa, why did we go there? I don't know. Why not? Work out how much you could get and I will make some for you to sell. Out of your curiosity, when you sell them yourself? Man, you're a really nice, just cool person. Wow. Earth Dog, you are really cool. Hey, well, you're all cool, you know. I mean, you're all my friends. Friends. You start making me think of a song from a long time back, but I can't remember all the words. So, good way to donate. Oh yeah, you know, it's sending out art and something full of love, and you know, it's great doing that stuff. That's why I'd like to just like run into some money and buy a bunch of stuff to make things out of, where I don't like have to get the money back. Like, I don't know, maybe it falls out of an airplane. Then I just make a bunch of stuff and give it away, you know, because that's fun. I mean, sure, you know, making money and buying things you need with it's good, but I don't know, man. Making stuff and giving it to people just feels really, really cool. It's always been that way. It's just like with the whole Christmas thing. When I used to do that, you know, I found out that I was more excited as an adult giving gifts to people than I was as a kid getting my Christmas gifts. I felt more pleasure in watching people open the gifts that I got them, because I wasn't just hey, I'm just going to just buy everybody these. Nope. Everybody is individual. Everybody gets something individualized to them. I thought about it all, man. So I remember one time being at a jewelry counter and some lady was standing next to me, and I was getting these little Journey earrings for my ex-wife. And I was talking to the lady jeweler about it. And she's going back to do something. The lady next to me, you know, started having a conversation with me. And I told her, I was like, yeah, I'm buying these for my wife for Christmas. And she's like, that is so nice. She said, I wish my husband would do that. She said, for Christmas, he gave me some money and said, go pick you out something. Which, you know, I guess in some cases could, like, you know, some people probably be better off just to, you know, give you money. But in that situation, to me, it was like, well, it's my wife. You know, if I'm not tuned in enough to her to get her something nice, I tell her, here's some money. Yeah, that's probably the reaction I get. Like, really? But I'm not like that anyways. I love doing neat stuff as far as for people and everything. Hey, thanks. Yeah, you know, I thought about it yesterday, you know, going live and you know, trying to get this nice peace unity vibe out there, because they're talking too much about all this freak out. I mean, we even got military copters going over my house, and we don't usually have that. And other people I know, military copters, they look like our National Guard. And then I'm talking about pulling the guns from Walmart shelves. And I'm like, okay, we need to stop talking about that. We know the possibilities. That's what we need to start talking about is, why don't we all just get along? Who cares who you're voting for? If you don't vote, whatever, you know. If your friend votes different than you or doesn't vote, it doesn't mean they hate you. The world's not going to end because of it. You know, no matter what happens Tuesday, this world right now is being divinely controlled. You might not see it right now, but there's a lot of gunk, you know? So you have to see through that, because the whole thing's changing slowly but surely. And that's because we're all tuning in, you know, to God, spirit. Like I said, however you want to look at that. And the only reason I say that is because you get different people with different views, but it all goes back to the same thing, you know, the I am presence. And this is just something that was supposed to happen. And it's been written all over the place, you know, so need to recognize that as that time and tune in to love and peace and unity. You know, it's no coincidence that all this fear and stuff is being pushed, you know, constantly. You know, for years now, there's been some kind of disease, there's been some kind of protest. It's always, let's keep you in fear. If they keep you in fear, you can't think for yourself. You know, you aren't doing the good productive things that you want to. You know, you're just working and surviving. Well, if you're just working and surviving, you're not happy, and your work is going to pay for somebody else to live this nice, cushy life, you know? So, yeah, man, it's time to get out of that whole thought pattern of against you, you know? It's the reason I stopped sports a long time ago. I mean, I'm born in Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, you know? You're like born in Ohio State Buckeye. And that's just the way it is. Well, after many years of that, I gave it all up, man. I was tired of this. Like, I have friends in Michigan. Why is it we got to hate each other every November and say mean stuff to each other about two football teams? None of us are betting on it. There's no money involved if they win or lose, you know. None of us went to these schools. And yet we're going out and spending money on all their stuff and then arguing with each other. I mean, I just see somebody at the top going, look, man, we're making a crap load of money off them. And there's no unity. They all want to fight and argue, even friends and family. I mean, I grew up in a house. My stepdad was from Michigan. And, you know, me and my mom were from Ohio. And it was crazy. My mom had an F Michigan shirt. And I remember my stepdad got a hold of it one year, took it out in the barbecue grill and burned it. It was crazy. All over a football game. Like I said, we didn't have no family members on these teams. Nobody was gambling. You know, nobody went to the schools. Nobody had any money invested into anything from these schools. It was just like a natural thing of, you're from here. Argue, fight, and be silly. What an interesting world, man. What an interesting world. Hey, yeah, man, throw your guys' links up there. Opal. Nice. Yeah, man. Y'all check each other's channels out. See, baseball is a non-contact sport, but a team sport, and we are crushing the ball. I just seen the other day, there was like a bunch of unrest somewhere in California. Like, they were talking about the stuff going on in Philadelphia, and then they said California, and they said it was over. I think they said the Dodgers or something. I don't know, baseball team winning or something. People went all goofy. I'm like, man, people are just looking for an excuse to go all haywire. And so what needs to be done, turn off the news. You know, find out what the weather is. Anything that's really totally directing you or might be affecting you. Outside of that, turn it off, get into nature, go hang out with your friends or something, because that's what's happening. Too many people are getting this stuff in their head, you know, and it's just making it to where they're so agitated, they're ready to argue and fight and get weird over nothing. I mean, come on, if we're going out and tearing up stuff for our baseball games, I mean, they did that stuff in Detroit in like, what was it, 1984 or something, early 80s, early to mid 80s. The Detroit Tigers had won the, I don't know, I'm guessing the World Series, which just sounds weird for me to say, because I'm like, really? Did they do such a thing? But anyways, they tore everything up, man. They went nuts and burning cars and all kind of stuff. It's like, wait a minute, you're happy and you're going to destroy stuff? I don't remember the song saying, if you're happy and you know it, burn down a building. I don't think that's part of the words, people. I really do believe this. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Or maybe pet your dog. Send some love to your friends. Insert your own words, but yeah, let's not get goofy here. The fear signed up for the Dodgers, huh? And no, don't ignore Nez's channels. Oh man. Oh, maybe it's you there, Nez lover. Got the Pink Panther thing going in my head. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I gotta be careful. The song I put on here earlier, I looked, it said BMI. I'm like, oh God, I hope I don't get hit with the violating stuff. So if this disappears later, this little broadcast here, it's because I sung a song in the beginning of it. But I put all the info to it, and I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hawks, ignore who? Oh man, it's God. I'm sorry, y'all. I need to shave. I'm gonna look raggedy. I look like I did just climb out of the woods. Of course, I was walking around the woods earlier, but no, I look like somebody who's probably been living under a rock for a little while. Like, hey, I'm the guy that lives in the cave. I eat grass and tree bark. Oh, shoot. Yeah, man, the magnets are, that's a good idea. Matter of fact, I ought to put mine on. See, watch. Well, I don't think I can hold my wrist properly. I'll show you, but got to where I can do this pretty easy. See? But I don't have fingernails, so I do that to tighten mine. I chew my fingernails off. If you have fingernails, you can grab a hold of it, you know, and push it up there really good. I just use my teeth, but see? Nice, man. Nice. Yeah, I seen Earth Dog. Man, I pray for y'all. I do. I seen something where they were talking about putting you guys under lockdown for a month. I was like, oh man, it's probably a good thing that they don't have guns like they do over here in the States. Because I've talked to some friends that live over there in the UK, man, that really are not happy and definitely awake and not controlled. It's probably a good thing. Well, I don't know. Is that a good thing, though? To putting you under lockdown? That's crazy, man. Wow. Hey, hello, Nick. The Swan Villain. Hey, we got more people here. I came out here just to sing a song, and it people showed up. Yay! That's awesome. Man. Lots of migrants. Yeah. It's just crazy, man. I almost feel like a bunch of regular people. I don't know what we're gonna do. I'll like rise up, go to these places and try and change these things, but not everywhere's got militaries that hold guns and stuff. So and you got borders. You can't just go over to another country. Man, Can't we all just like get together and have one big like prayer meditation center and just send out this, we'll call it a love ball of energy to just go wham and just explode over everything. And then all of a sudden everybody starts wandering around. They're like, why was I even angry? I feel so happy. That would just be awesome, man. It could be possible. It really could. You know, prayer, meditation, they proved that this stuff works. So why couldn't we create like a big love ball to just rain down on everybody, you know? What are we arguing about? That'd be awesome. I say we all give it a try anyways. Just keep doing prayer meditation things until something similar to that happens. Oh, wow. So you guys got a bunch of migrants. You're probably worried about the, you know, disease being brought in, so they stick them all in first-class hotels, huh? Let me guess, that's all out of y'all's tax money? The government's probably doing all this stuff and like, hey, we're going to use your tax money to do it. How nice. Do a low check, a low ball. Well, see, all people, you know, you say flat earthers. I'm not a flat earther, Ox. Got a lot of, fortunately, I do have a good amount of friends that are, because early on, I went on some flat earth channels that have some views like I do. But the problem was when I say something, it was like I was being sniffed out. And it was like, you're a globe-tard. I'm like, can we stop this? It doesn't matter to me. If you want to believe it's flat, a triangle, a globe, whatever, because I'm starting to think everything's holographic in nature and it's the way we believe it to be. So I don't know. But yeah, all peoples who are awakened to any kind of truth and know behind this, yeah, we all ought to stand and say something, you know. Hold on, I gotta let the dog out. Oh no, it's okay, man. Hold on. But see, that's been part of my mission through this, helping to unite everybody, is going into these different groups. Like I got one group that I'm in on Facebook, and I swear I think I'm the only guy from the United States that's on there. It's mainly like Indonesian. I'm trying to think where it's at. Arabic. Maybe it's. Anyways, it's out that way, you know, in those regions. And there's somebody from that group just liked some of the stuff I had to say. And I'm in their group because a lot of times I'll see stuff that I'll have to hit translation for. But I thought it was really neat. And through the last 4 or 5 years, I've just seen so many different channels and people crossing over from these channels and all, you know, blending together and getting to know each other. And one of my biggest things has been to link these 3 different, well, one of them could actually be just one area. It depends, you know, things splinter off. But you got some that's just, you know, straight religious, some that's flat earth. A lot of the flat earth happens to be, you know, like religious or Christian. And then, you know, ones that claim spiritual, which is just all titles. But I have seen like disconnects between these, like, you know, straight Christians are like, you guys are new age and this and that, and then flat earth or not flat earth, but like the truther community and the spiritual community going back and forth, you know. Say we'll call mine spiritual. Before the spiritual path, you see the tattoos, was a truther, you know. I mean, if you want to put titles to stuff, but really, you could say I'm a combination of all the things, you know. So I think it's been really cool being part of this and helping watch all this go here. It's just like when I was a teenager and it was in the punk scene and the hardcore scene, but at the same time, I came from the heavy metal scene. And some of it wasn't jiving at first, but it did. It started to commingle together, and we ended up with thrash metal and a bunch of other things that came out of it. I literally watched, you know, where these two scenes clashed. And I was a clash of those two scenes. You know, I basically had, you might call it a bastardized mullet, man. I had a mohawk on top, but I kept my side shaved all the way back like this. And it came back like that and came out here. And then I had long hair in the back. So the back of my hair said heavy metal and the front said punk rock, you know, so I guess you could call that a bastardized mullet. Of course, if you had said that to me back then, I'm like, I don't have a mullet. I don't have no achy breaky haircut. Oh yeah. And then I got the Dow scrubbing bubble tattooed right there because, well, I had to get the side of my head buffed up, so we'll just put the bubble there to do it. Oh man. Heavy punk. Yeah. DRI, man, there's an example right there. They even put out the album Crossover. And when they started out, oh man, it was some loud, noisy hardcore. But when they converted and went through the thrash thing, they became such a great band to me. It's the one band that I've seen the most times. And every time I've seen DRI, I have stage dived. And it's cool because you could get away with it at their concerts. Because I literally seen Kurt Brecht, their vocalist, take the main stage manager to the back while the band was jamming, and he didn't have a party of singing in. He took him back there, and I seen him cussing the guy out and leave these people alone because they were literally grabbing a hold of people on the stage and throwing them off. And we're talking 8-foot stage, you know, concrete floor. Like, you're not supposed to stage dive, but he got away with it then. Now, the Motorhead concert, nobody was stage diving, but I was doing this thing, you know, like, hey, you know, let me Motorhead. And somebody did that little under your foot thing. And I'm like, no, man, no, not during this concert. They're like, do it, man. And I'm like, yeah, I have a story from this. Yeah, it was a story of how I spent, I don't know, 20, 30 bucks to go to a show. And then me, my ex, her brother, and somebody else, 4 people ended up pretty much throwing the tickets away and leaving the show because Dana decided to stage dive. Well, it's not really a dive. You jump off the stage like that. You don't dive. And the bouncers got hold of me, put me in the arm bar, you know, and I was laughing. I was like, don't kick my ass. I'm going peacefully. Ha, ha, ha. I'd been drinking, of course. And they threw me out. I stopped stage diving after that. Plus, too, man, when you're slam dancing and stage diving, it's really hard to remember a concert, you know. Hold on, there's the dog eating. Oh, sorry, Mickey. Come on. Here. There we go, y'all say hi. This is Merle dog. Yeah, he's cool, man. That's Merle. That's my friend's puppy. And then, of course, and let's see, is this one sleeping? Yeah, I would get out the rabbit. We got a house rabbit, but that's sleeping. I don't want to bother it right now. Ooh. Yeah, needed staph infection as a child, messed all the joints up in the body. So yeah, man, that needs to. Phew. I feel for you, man. Yeah, coffee. I only drank half a cup of coffee today, which normally I might drink a little bit more, but I had an energy shot. I do need to eat something though. The energy shots, it's B12. B12 helps you metabolize food, but how you gonna metabolize food when you ain't sticking nothing in you? I had a cough drop a minute ago. I know I ate something, but it obviously wasn't enough to do anything because I'm still thinking about food. Anyways, yeah, and there's nobody needs to believe, and that's what makes it really cool. Somebody said last night that you know, this whole what do we call this duality thing? You know, good and evil, good and bad and stuff. It's not actually supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be the two sides are diversity and unity. Yeah, Michelle on Awaken Activate. That's what it was. And that actually makes more sense to me. And it's to see that's the thing. We all are unified through this consciousness. But we all are, you know, even though we are one in that sense, we all are very diverse and different. That's what makes things fun. That's why I love it when I meet people with different thoughts, different ways. I mean, how am I going to learn anything new or find out anything interesting if I'm just going by what's in my head, you know? And there's been a lot of stuff that I've learned and views that's changed because of meeting and talking to other people. You know, I mean, just imagine if you lived in one little area of the world. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have nothing. You're going to believe what you're taught there and get nothing else, you know? So we're fortunate. We got a whole world of people thinking outside of the box and just learning different things and figuring out different things, you know? And I'm a no ego type of person. I know there's a possibility that, you know, I could go to sleep and change it all around. I ain't going to argue with it. I just want truth. Whatever that be, you know, I'm like everybody else here, trying to figure it out. We all holding pieces of the puzzle, trying to put it together. That's what we got to remember. Nobody's holding a map of everything or, you know, the answer to everything, some great book with, I got it all figured out. Nobody's got that. But we all have pieces to a great big puzzle. And if we don't fight and argue, you know, stay out of the fear programs that's making us fight and argue and actually unite through love and the divine energies, we can get these puzzle pieces together and figure it all out, man. You know, plus it's a beautiful thing. Like I say, you talk to people that their way of life might be completely different from yours and you learn some really neat stuff. That's why I don't watch a lot of movies anymore. You know, I'm more into like watching documentaries and learning stuff about other regions and other peoples and just different things, man, you know. Got a 22 when he was 5. I tell you what, man. When I was in West Virginia, because it's a big hunting state, it's about the way it is. You know, you can go to the Walmart that we had there in Southern Ohio, and they make little 22 rifles, pink camo, you know, you can get for like your 8-year-old girl. Well, you can buy them for forever, but that's the kind of thing, you know, start people young with the guns and the hunting and stuff. You had a flea market called Bartertown. Oh, that is awesome, man. Dude, that's what started the haircuts. It wasn't like the punk thing. To be honest with you, was learned through other things, but the whole haircuts and stuff that I started out with, you know, when I started out with mohawks and shit, it was all because of the Mad Max movies. You know, if it were up to me, I would have had some spray painted black, the shoulder pad things we wore in football with maybe some spikes on them, like the band Guar or something, webs and stuff, you know. I couldn't afford the chrome spikes to put in my boots and stuff, so I had wood screws. I just put wood. And then after a while, I had the Misfit skull, and then on the back, it had a Metallica patch, but it said "Jump in the Fire" and had a big devil on it. I'm not a devil worshiper. We all know this. Just when you're kids, things are a little bit different sometimes, you know. It's like, hey, that looks cool, man. You know, it bugged everybody out. Yeah. Bartertown. Uh-oh. All right, guys. Looks like my connection's starting to get funny. Might have to go ahead and leave here. You guys around later? Maybe I'll pop back on. But yeah, that thing just said there was a connection issue. So let's see here. I don't think this is overheating. That's probably telling me that it's time to go out there and feed the rabbits. Got to make sure they, have water and everything. Like any animal, you can go a little bit of time without food, but you got to have water, Hey, Kibo, what's up? I was just getting ready to get out of here. Starting to have connection issues. Got a few things that I need to do, and I think I created a little mess here on my friend's table, which is the area where she does everything. So I don't have all my stuff laying all around. Here it's 18:50 p.m. So almost 7 o'clock. Yeah, that'd be 6:50, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Show me. I was just seeing where you were from or at last night. I looked on your YouTube. I was like, oh, okay, you're in the same time zone as, or I'm in your time zone now. Used to be in the same time zone with Nez. Yes, 12:50 here, so it's almost 1 p.m. Yeah, we did that daylight savings change thing again, which is weird because time is a construct. Time does not exist. I know a lot of people say that. I was through meditation. I was in meditation and prayer one night, and it sounded like a Suicidal Tendencies song. But no, man, I was given this picture of, time, and say it's not linear. So then what is it? It's fractal. It's all like this. Whatever this thing we call time is, it's just crisscrossing all over the place, It's not like people think it is. I literally send messages back in time. And I know that sounds wild, but I have, because I remember when I was younger, getting these visions and thoughts and wondering where they were coming from. And then one day a few years ago, I started doing this. I just like out of nowhere sending something back. I was like, wonder if I could do this. And then that's when the whole thought came to me. Yes, you have been doing this. These things that you felt and heard when you were young, are you in the future sending these messages back through, a meditative state to yourself, which shows that time's not what people think it is, man. There's been where I've been in meditative states and felt like I was in like 4 or 5 dimensions, in past time, present time, and future time. All the time that I sent, I keep saying time, the time that I sent a message back to myself while I was receiving a message from my future self at the same time. That one was really interesting. So intentional community for anybody. I must have messed something up here. Time don't exist. 4:20. Yeah, it's always 4:20 somewhere, but always. Always. Yeah, I know a lot of people say I've never met a stranger. Exactly, man. That's a freaking awesome attitude to have, or way of being. Dun, 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 spreading love. Yeah, don't talk about politics or religion. Yeah, if you want to make people mad, that's a good way to do it. Start talking about politicians and religion, especially if you're in a bar. You go into a bar, bring that stuff up. Yeehaw. Yeah, consciously aware. Well, anyways, I got to eat, take care of a few things. I probably should do some cleaning, camper. Got some dishes, floor sweep, that kind of stuff. Not doing a whole lot of work, like, you know, give myself some rest time and stuff. But yeah, the little bit of stuff, you know, like house things, you know, cleaning yourself, laundry, yeah, do that stuff. But I ain't hauling no more rocks out of the forest. That's what put me in the position I'm in now. Maybe having to go talk to some doctors instead of walking around in crazy pain. Mohawk. Yeah, yeah. It's just, that's usually what they say with them. But with mine, it was oh yeah, the Star Trek movie. Actually, I found out that song was made for that movie. You know, what was that? I hate you, and I said screw you. I'm not saying that to anybody. That was a song blaring on a boombox on a bus on this voyage home, Star Trek. Spock come over and, of course, gave him the neck pinch, you know. But yeah, the front of the hair says that, and then the back, what are we saying? Oh, peace sells, but who's buying? Yeah, there we go. Here's the metal part. Front saying screw you, with the back saying peace sells, who's buying? Well, there's a lot of commonality in them kind of thought patterns, it seems. Anyways. Dun, dun, dun. Fresh coffee. Fresh fatty egg. Oh, okay. I see what you mean with that one. Yeah, that's always a good thing to have. The subconscious collective. The Borg. I've thought about them a lot over the last so many years, watching what's happening in the world. It's like, you trying to turn people into the Borg here or what, you know? Yes, we will comply. Did you say mosh pit? Hold on. No, just kidding. What was I listening to the other day that made me... Oh! It's a Misfits song. I think it was Halloween. For some reason, I had like some childhood flashback, and I'm like, I better never try and play this song live, because for some reason, just the way the song was going at the end of the song, I thought to myself, okay, the way the end of the song is with crazy drum roll, then you kick the bass drum over, knock the cymbals over, you know, the guitar bass player kick over their freaking amps, and then throw the guitars. And I was like, yeah. Don't play this live. If that's the way your brain's thinking, that's like a Who concert we got going on here, you know? Like, break stuff. I don't know what it is. Like years ago, the song Wake Up Dead, Megadeth. Every time I heard that song, I like wanted to knock walls down and stuff. I mean, I didn't want to harm nobody, but every time I heard it, it was like, break shit. But in the video, it does show people climbing over and knocking a fence down. So, you know, one of those things. South of Heaven 88 link. See, South of Heaven, that makes me think Slayer. Oh, okay. I sent a link for a cool channel. Awesome, man. Hey, 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 ho. Hey, 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 ho. Wild. 1 minute I'm singing stuff like that, and the next minute I got on some real heavy stuff. No, you never know. Might get later in the day and I have on Jim Croce sitting here. But yeah, I'm gonna go out there and get some of this stuff done, and I'm gonna clear me a space, and I'm gonna start working on somebody's gift. I wonder who. Yeah, and Earth Dog. I'll send let's see, send Nez the link. Find out my friend's wrist size. Okay. Wait a minute. Love ball. What was that in reference to? It's funny that I don't know, some years ago I heard they had a cannabis strain and it was the Alaskan Thunderfuck. And the funny thing was in the late 80s, I had came up with a name for a band. So I never really thought about it at the time, but afterwards I was like, do we want to use the word flaming? That might kind of throw people off, you know, like make them think I'm away. I'm not. But the band name I came up with was the Flaming Thunderfucks. I have no idea why. And then some years later, I hear they, you know, about this cannabis strain called Alaskan Thunderfuck. Tried to keep that word. I'm trying to watch my language, but it's kind of hard, you know. You have to say it the way it is. Thinks who's funny. And if Earth Dog, if you're talking to me, I'm very sorry about that last word I used. If you have a grandchild watching this. Hey man, that's one thing we need in the world. Oh, people laugh. I swear, I think little kids look at me and think I'm a cartoon character. I told my grandkids, my daughter and my son-in-law, they had went into a store and I sat out in the car with them. And while we were sitting out there, I said, hey, I said, you guys know what? I said, Pawpaw is really a little kid like you guys in a big people's body. And man, they got all excited, start jumping around. Ah, woo! It was awesome. But it's true, you know. I think I regressed about back to the age of 8. Feels awesome. Roxy Gin. Oh, interesting, man. The whole Roxanne thing. That's really interesting. Well, good. I'm glad, because sometimes that happens. They get to a point where they start to at least understand that you're like, don't do that. And yeah, so cool. All's well. Keep the words a little mellowed out just in case anybody else does so, you know. And that's I think it's cool if the little ones get to see them, because they understand that energy, you know. Seven granddaughters. Wow. I got two grandkids. I got a stepdaughter who's got some kids. I like to say they're grandkids, but yeah, I don't know. We don't talk or hang out a whole lot. So, but yeah, as far as my daughter, those would be the only two that I have, because my son-in-law got fixed, which he's being very responsible. Autistic from vaccines. Man, there's a lot more people become autistic over the years. And yeah, there's got to be some links there, man. You know, it's crazy. There could be a lot of stuff that's happened through the years. There's a lot of people that came out like I am, with the real nervy stuff. But, you know, I was thinking, you know, when you talk about the indigo thing, I was thinking it's just our abilities to be able to move about within ourselves, you know, through many different dimensions. And being that we can be in many different dimensions, it's hard for us to stay on track with one thing. But who knows? There could be possibly something environmental there. I just know that when I was a kid, they tried sticking me on Ritalin, and that was a very, very, very bad idea. Not cool at all. But yeah, autism shows up in a lot of people, and it's so varies, man. You know some autistic people got everyday jobs and stuff, and some that really can't hardly communicate. But it's really weird though, because just like with a lot of things, you know, you get something like that happens to you, it seems that there's other things within you that become sharpened, other senses or other abilities and stuff, you know. It's really interesting how that works. Yeah, that thing with the Facebook thing, man, you have to be careful on there. If I accepted all the friend requests that I've gotten over the years, I probably have a whole lot of Facebook friends, but they're not. You know, half of them would be some dudes in another country posing as women trying to get money out of you. I've had crystal dealers show up. You start looking into like mushrooms and foraging mushrooms and stuff. Let's say you go to a group or something to look up something. Well, out of nowhere, you could start, then you end up with people trying to sell you cannabis online. It's like, look, man, I ain't buying none of your stuff online, you know, whether it's legal, illegal, nothing, especially like the crystal dealers, for example, is like so many kilograms. Like, wait, you're trying to sell me kilograms of crystals? I'm some dude at home. I'm not a factory or anything here, you know. And all the other stuff, well, that's just ludicrous. I'm not buying illegal stuff online. What are you people, crazy? I just got one yesterday. It was I don't know what the name was, but it was supposed to be some woman. I didn't know. I checked the message thing. We didn't have no groups in common, so I put question marks. I said, hi, how you doing over there? I know it's crap from the beginning. You don't ask that. You say, oh, well, you know, I know so-and-so, and I seen your video, and I thought it was really cool. No, the person just said that, and I was like, who are you? They didn't tell me who they were. Just said, I seen your profile picture, and I thought maybe we could talk and we'd hit it off. That's bullshit right there. Somebody seen single and went for that, and then shows me a picture of some chick with a tank top on. It's all the way out here, you know, boobies pushing out. You see her cleavage, and she happens to be eating something that's shaped kind of like that, with her mouth wide open. I'm like, for real? What do you think I am, stupid? So I told the person, I said, yeah, intuition says this is utter bullshit. Have a nice day, dude. And then I blocked them. I said, dude, because I'm calling their bluff. I had this feeling it's some guy on the other end, you know, trying to pull some stuff. So, yep. Huh? Oh, metal fluoride water filter. Okay. I thought you were saying that fluoride was important, like we needed. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. No, you're saying the opposite. You know, I haven't found for sure. You know, you might have to send me some kind of link. I was trying to see if there's actually a filter that will filter fluoride. I know some say they will, and there's some people online that say you can't, you know, because the, I don't know, the microscopic structure of it. I don't know, blah, blah, whatever. I don't know. I can't tell you one thing. I went to my dentist and some time back, and there was one woman in there. I said, you know, don't want fluoride, whatever. She was really cool. I wouldn't say anything. Next time I went, said the same thing. That woman looked at me like it's crazy. What do you mean? I said, you really want to know? That stuff's poison. Told her what little, you know, gave her a little bit of information. She looked at me like I lost my mind. Like, this dude is crazy. It's funny. Don't look at me like I'm crazy. Just get online or open up a book. You never know. Maybe I am crazy, but maybe I'm giving you the truth. You know? Zero water filter. I've heard of those. Well, good. I'll look into it. I know we've got water filters here, but I'm not exact. I haven't really asked because I actually live right over there. This is my friend's house. I eat in here and shower in here and hang out here sometimes. But they went into town to take care of some stuff today, so I'm hanging out here. But we got these, let's see, those big silver things. Those are some kind of water filters. I never asked her exactly what, a whole bunch about them, I just drink the water because it's better than what comes out of any tap, even though they say there's, good water down here. We're in America. They're using fluoride, chlorine, and everything else. So. Oh, thanks. See, I never even thought about that. I know some people see capitals and they're like, why are you yelling at me? I didn't even think about it. I actually really easy. All right, let's doing that thing again where it's buffering or something. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Hey man, I love y'all. Thanks for tuning in. I'll get you that info there, Earth Dog. Hold on, I'm seeing something Ox put up here. Oh, wow. Huh. I like that. Ox, we were talking about your niece wouldn't talk for a few years. See, we had issues with my grandson, and they tested him for a bunch of stuff, but he wouldn't talk. And then I had this weird flash one day. I'd been going through some stuff online and things, and I'm talking about us and communicating telepathy, like. And then I remembered one day when I was trying to talk to my grandson or saying something to him, or no, he's going to say something, and he's just doing this thing, and look over, and he just grabs my face like this and stares at me right in my eyes, and I had a flashback to the day he did that, and I was like, oh my God. Are these kids actually of some kind of higher dimensional thinking, and they're trying to communicate with us through telepathy, like they have an inner knowing, and the world don't understand them yet? And it's like, oh no, there's something wrong with you, but not realize that they have a heightened ability of some sort. Hold on a second. Got a neighbor dog, and old Merle here. He's been trying to hunt her down. That is a pretty cool idea, though. Instead of playing that game opened her up. Cool. That's thinking outside the box. Yeah. Yeah, there's somebody I've been watching here on YouTube. She says that she's autistic. Just research thing. Amanita Dreamer. And everybody that's got any form of autism, it's all so different and varying. I mean, I've seen variations in a lot of different things. Like my uncle had Down syndrome. Mentally, he got to about the age of 6. And then I've met other people through the years, that had Downs. And one of the last people that I was talking to that was like that, was at I was living in West Virginia, had a little community center, and they would have like bluegrass music playing, and we're standing outside there, and had a conversation with the guy for probably 20 minutes, half an hour maybe, just sitting out there talking to him. And then a couple of days later, got through the neighborhood, and got back to me. I guess the guy was really, really happy that he talked to me and stuff. And it made me feel good but bad at the same time, because he was happy that I talked to him, just like he's a normal person. Well, he is a normal person. I mean, if you want to use the word normal, which is a weird word anyways. But it kind of made me feel sad, because it's like, well, nobody should be talking down to anybody else. But autism, though, the variations are way more than any of these different things that they classify as disabilities or whatever word they use. I don't know. They're always changing stuff. It's not a, something like autism. They don't even really know what the heck it is, other than there's a possibility it is caused by something environmental. Of course, they ain't gonna admit that, but whatever. Yeah, man, there's varying degrees. My ex-wife, her nephew was autistic, and he ended up, going through school, got a job at the grocery store. But yeah, he had a little bit of social skill type of things, and stayed in his imagination a lot. Like he'd ride his bike around, vroom vroom vroom. He's having fun, man. It really was. But yeah, you can see a lot of different variations. But a lot of these people that end up with these different things, it's so wild. It's almost like it just heightens other areas. It's really interesting how things work. Oh, thank you, Earth Dog. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. Beautiful soul. Good person or nice person. That's great. Beautiful soul. That makes me smile. So are you. That's what's so great about this, man. I'm in a community full of people like this. Kibo, I might have to ask you where you get all these emojis from. You sent some last night, the Halloween ones, and I was gonna send some back, and I looked down at my thing, it just said regulars. I thought maybe Facebook had gave us some Halloween ones for the day, but nah, you're the custom emoji person. So oh man. That is kind of interesting the way you say that, Ox, not being a disability, more of a specialization of the mind, because it is. I've just seen so many different variations, and the areas that the people like that end up really good in, it's like mind blowing, like, whoa, really trips me out. So people, we call something a disability. Just call it, we don't know. Let's research it. Instead of going, nah, you're not like everybody else. That's some kind of disability. No, don't do that. You're talking, and especially if the science community believes that we're evolved. If we evolved from something else, so that means we're going to be constantly evolving. So they should not be going up. You don't fit the status quo. They should keep in mind that we're evolving. So there's going to be different. There could be something evolutionary going on. Let's check it out. Especially when you start testing people and find out that in one area they're like really, really beyond everybody else. That sounds like something evolutionary. But hey, that's my thing. Yeah, and that's the thing, man. Like where my one uncle had the Down syndrome, he didn't have to worry about all this weird social crap of the world. It's like, ugh. Because that's what does it all, man. That's why I say regress to about the age of 8. Once you get to a certain point and they start telling you that, no, that's part of your imagination. These things aren't real. We just told you them because they're neat stories to make you feel good. But really, here's how it is. Go to school. Like what was that one comedian I was listening to called High School, an internment camp for teenagers or something, internment camp for teenagers. Kind of funny, but yeah, man, here's school. You got to do this. You got to get a job, get a house. If you don't have a house, you could go to jail for not having a house. All this just stupid stuff. If you didn't have to have all that in your head, you could be a free soul and explore more and be way more beneficial to you, Oh, that's interesting. Love ball. I'd say that, but I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Yeah, it could be. It's reading experts claim all humans have autism to a point, some more complex than most. It is possible. I went through all kind of testing when I was a kid. They couldn't figure me out. So they just said, he's hyper, put him on these pills. You know, as a kid, it was like, you look over at my desk and I was gone. It wasn't there. I'm talking to the kid in the back. I'm looking at a bird out the window. You know, it's usually that one that, you know, you're having a conversation and all of a sudden it's like, hey, look, a squirrel. And then I'm gone. So they did you know, my parents didn't have a lot of money for testing. So I sent to a place that, you know, you could get free testing or it's affordable. And it was the Catholic diocese. Man, they tested me for everything. You know, make sure I didn't have any you know, things like that or some kind of learning disability or whatever. They trying to get to the bottom of it. And in the end, they just said, he's hyper, give him these pills. And I remember the first day that I took one, but I don't remember the period where I was taking the pills. But I remember stuff before then and after then. And all I know is I had family members say, you weren't you. And I understand that because I know another kid that took them, really hyper kid, you know, and always joking around. And, you know, they put it in, when they give him Ritalin, I've literally seen him sitting there sucking his thumb with a blanket in his hand. I was like, oh my God, it's not the same kid. Creepy, the stuff they do. Okay. Yeah, I'm still gonna try it. Maybe I'll try and say it later. Oh man, kind of sensitive for today's world. Yeah, today's world is true. We all love and live unconditional until domestication starts. Yeah, domestication. Don't you just love that word? We're domesticated people. Oh, you mean we're controlled? We all live in a little box that they call city, society, whatever. Yeah, I think I put a post last week that said, don't live in a box, jump up on out of that thing, catch it on fire and walk off. Had quite a few people that like that post. Oh man. So we just don't consent to the lies. We know better in the now. Everything in this world is made up by someone. Yep. Multi-minded. Huh. Doctors won't be able to help, man. You're probably thinking in a thought process that's beyond what the doctors can understand, you know? I just got one of my notifications. The new Morning Coffee with the Rion. Have any of you watched that show, Morning Coffee with the Rion? He's really interesting. Really interesting. I watch it sometimes. If you don't mind, it don't matter. Yes, where's the coffee? There's a channel that Coffee at the Rion. He's out in Sedona, and he'll tell you some interesting stuff, man. You know, off-planet stuff. It's interesting. Yeah, they got neat stuff that they make too. You know, metaphysical energy things and stuff that they make and sell. So he's got these little Yodas behind them. Sometimes they come on there with his brother and they go back and forth, but yeah, it's really interesting, man. Yeah. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and get out of here. I don't know how long I've been on here. Oh, shoot, almost 2 hours. Yeah, I got to get stuff done, y'all. I mean, it's not like I got anybody going, you got to do these things, but you know, within myself, I feel like I need to accomplish a few things. And I did say I'd take care of the rabbits. That don't take that long, but yeah, I'd like to accomplish a few things. Usually makes you feel good when you get some stuff done. Then I could use a smoke break too. So, you know, anyways, is it? See everything in its simplest form. Well, that's good. Is that, you know, all existence here, man. You know, our existence here is to exist, to experience, to be, to learn. You know, to know what these different things are. You know, people want to make stuff really complex, though. No reason to. But yeah, much love to y'all. Great day or evening, whatever it is in your little part of this great big old world. And remember, we are the conscious evolution. I love each and every one of you. Have an awesome day. Yep, me, Mickey Dog, Merle Dog, and the rabbit whose name keeps constantly changing, or I would tell you its name today, are out of here. See y'all.